The SwiftPoint Z is the world's first gaming mouse that lets you pivot, tilt and roll. While most mice live in the level playing field of the X and Y plane, this mouse lets you lift off into the Z axis. We've also invented a brand new way of clicking buttons. It means you can access dozens of different button actions while barely moving your fingers. And the Z even knows how hard you click with tactile feedback.
We built in an accelerometer, gyroscope, linear actuator and pressure sensors to unleash what we think will be the biggest leap forward in mouse technology since it was first invented 50 years ago. Whether you're a gamer, a designer or even a power desktop user, the Z will let you interact with your computer in a faster, more precise and highly intuitive way. The Z is the first gaming mouse that lets you pivot, tilt and roll. It knows when it's on the table and when it's in the air, bringing a whole new dimension of control to the mouse. With the mouse on the surface, you can tilt left and right for fast mode changes without using your fingers. You can assign any action to tilt, like leaning, crouching or reloading, or use it as a modifier key on the mouse buttons and keyboard without actually having to press a key. When playing a game that involves driving, use tilt to take direct analog control of the steering wheel. We've designed adjustable, replaceable feet that can make the tilt easier or harder, or set a large or small tilt angle, or you can lock out tilt altogether. The Z also knows when the mouse is pivoting left or right. This gives you a huge competitive advantage in many first or third person shooters. You can run straight ahead and at the same time look left and right with analog control, the same way as you would with a VR headset. It provides tactile feedback, so you know when you're facing forward or looking to the side. Just like tilt, you can assign any action or modify to a pivot. Everything is configurable. For in-air gestures, lift the mouse off the surface. Now you have direct analog control of pitch, roll and yaw. Use this for the ultimate control in flight sims, or for direct camera control in spectator mode. Many mice pack in additional buttons around the thumb grip and all over the device, but we've figured out a new way of clicking that means you can have more buttons and they are effortless to click. No finger or thumb contortions required. We've created something we call straight finger clicking, and our test users just love it. The Z has a new type of trigger button that can be used by simply straightening your fingers slightly and then clicking, all while you're still gripping the mouse as normal with your fingers poised on the main left and right click buttons. They are so easy to click that you can use them for actions you do often, like reloading, jumping or crouching. We call them trigger buttons because you can actually pull them like a trigger as well. These 2 buttons are in effect 4 buttons. We've also added adjustable fingertip buttons that can be accessed with very little finger movement. Combine pivot and tilt with trigger and fingertip buttons to effortlessly access 48 single-click actions while barely moving your fingers. Needless to say, the Z makes the ultimate MMO mouse in a game like World of Warcraft. You can also use tilt left or right to easily switch between action bars and access different skills. The trigger buttons and fingertip button positions are all tunable, and the Z even knows how hard you click. We call it deep click. You configure the amount of force that suits you, and the Z gives you tactile feedback to let you know it's activated. You can also use deep click in an analog mode to have direct throttle control or speed when driving, flying or running. In a first-person shooter, right-click to bring up your scope, click deeper to zoom in, then deeper again to hold your breath and steady your sights. Now, take the shot. For games that have light and heavy attacks, use normal click for a light attack or click harder to launch a heavy attack. And we didn't stop there. We also wanted to make the most ergonomic, multifunctional mouse in the world. We know that gamers don't want to worry about batteries or wireless reliability and latency. So while we made it wired, we also eliminated the issue of cable drag by building a brushed aluminum cube into the mouse mat for perfect positioning of the cord right off the desk surface. We wanted to make the Z the easiest mouse to configure. We added an OLED screen, and as the Z knows its orientation, lifting it to look at the screen automatically puts it into configure mode to swiftly change profiles or DPI. We trialled hundreds of prototypes to reach what we believe is the best shaped mouse ever built. The main click buttons have been flattened, so that when you click, you are opposing the desk surface with no chance of nudging the mouse. And we've balanced the mouse so that when you lift it, the weight is evenly distributed between your thumb, ring, and little finger. We've integrated the latest state-of-the-art gaming sensor, the Pixart PMW3360, from 200 CPI to 12,000 CPI, and max acceleration of 50G. And of course, we have the glowing RGB LED.
2 years ago, we launched the GT Mobile mouse on Kickstarter. And thanks to the amazing support from the Kickstarter community, we were able to bring this revolutionary device to life. 2 years later, the design of the Z is now complete, and the result has far exceeded our expectations. We are ready for tooling and production, and now we just need your help to kick it off. Every day, our user testers come up with radical new ways to use the Z. We hope you will join us on this journey.
We'd like to introduce our all-new DOS Keyboard 5Q. It's going to revolutionize the way you gather and track the information you care about by transforming your keyboard into a dashboard keyboard. And you will never want an input-only keyboard after this. Are you an over-tabber? Do your web browsers look like this? Which one of these is my inbox? How many notifications do you get in a day? How long before you just start ignoring them all? The things you want to know can easily get drowned out by all the other stuff out there, and it's made information gathering kind of a pain. But fear not, over-tabbers and alert snoozers. DOS Keyboard is developing a new kind of keyboard that's going to change all of that. DOS Keyboard 5Q is an RGB LED keyboard that's software-driven and allows you to customize the color and pattern of every key based on the information that you actually want to follow. Instead of relying on snoozable momentary alerts from different devices, DOS Keyboard 5Q allows you to ambiently track subtle changes to data over time without actively seeking updates or constantly receiving new alerts, which frees you up to work on other super important things. You can think of DOS Keyboard 5Q as a device that takes information you want to keep tabs on and plugs it directly into your subconscious, kind of like how you don't need to look out your window to know it's not raining. The streaming information exists in your peripheral vision, so you can track it without even thinking about it. DOS Keyboard 5Q's volume knob also functions as the Q button, which links you to QApp, the cloud software that powers the dashboard. QApp is being developed with a set of pre-installed profiles geared towards certain sets of notification needs. But what truly makes the software powerful is that it will be community-driven and have an open API. So your keyboard won't just be connected to the cloud, it will be linked to the cleverest, geekiest, most badass hive mind on the internet. With that kind of customizability, the applications of DOS Keyboard 5Q are virtually limitless. Pretty much anything online that you want to keep an eye on can be embedded into your workstation and color-coded to indicate the status. With the tap of the Q button, you can review and immediately address critical alerts, making procrastination, or maybe just a missed deal, a thing of the past. We are building DOS Keyboard 5Q with premium materials, an ultra-sleek design, the fastest electronics, and the most durable mechanical key switches in the market. Plus, it's just a more fun, nicer to look at, badass device. So that's DOS Keyboard 5Q, a brand new genre of keyboard, a one-size-fits-all connected solution for increasing efficiency, lowering stress, and tracking what you care about in a non-invasive, ambient way. We've finished the design and are just about to start production, but we need your help to get DOS Keyboard 5Q on your desk. We hope you will join us as we shake up the world of computer peripherals with this groundbreaking dashboard keyboard. You guys are truly badass. Thank you from the whole DOS Keyboard team.
Hello everyone, my name is Radek and I am the inventor of the SoundNova system.
We're proud to present the SoundNova chairs, the next generation technology that allows you to experience your favorite games, movies, and music. The SoundNova system is divided into two parts, an application for a computer and a vibration controller. Using two channels, stereo sound just like in headphones, the sounds and vibes surround you while watching movies, playing games, and listening to music. There is no need for any additional support from game developers. The system works well with all the games. It needs only your personal adjustments. You control the level of vibrations. The most essential part of the system is the application. The program takes actual sound and depending on the action on the screen, it creates unforgettable emotive effect. You are feeling exactly what you hear. The SoundNova has 8 independent vibrating motors. 2 sides for your neck, back, legs, and feet. It is adjustable to the action in movies, games, and sounds of all music genres. You can easily adjust and personalize the settings for your own comfort and save them as your new presets. It is also compatible with all operating systems.
For me, as a gamer, it is important to have the sounds and the vibes synchronized with the action of the game. With this chair, I can choose different presets and settings for games, for movies, and for my favorite music.
Imagine the richness of sounds and vibrations, all the blasts and explosions, the sound of wind, the speed of racing cars, the dynamics of sword fights. You will experience all of that, and even more. And what about going even further? Ready for an adventure? Please, take your seat.
There's a revolution happening right now. You can hear it. It's the difference between listening to music and being inside the music, between watching a movie and being in the movie, playing the game and living the game. It's a revolution that is taking over the world, and it's all taking place inside your headphones. It's called 3D audio, and now everyone can experience it with Waves NX. Here at Waves Audio, we've come up with a way for you to enjoy 3D sound using any pair of headphones. Waves NX is an application that you install on your computer or mobile device, and together with the NX head tracker, it will turn any pair of headphones into a 3D audio experience. NX models human anatomy and uses psychoacoustic algorithms to recreate the experience of how we hear sounds from the real world. NX takes 3D audio one step further by tracking your head movement using the NX head tracker. Wherever you move, right, left, up, down, forward, and back, NX will track your precise position and adjust the sound accordingly. Waves NX will also let you hear true 5.1 and 7.1 surround sound on your regular stereo headphones. No matter where you are, you can watch all your favorite films as if you were sitting in the middle of the movie theater. The Waves NX application and head tracker are available exclusively on Kickstarter for $79, making it the most affordable, high-quality 3D audio solution. Now that you know about NX, I want to tell you a little more about who we are. Since the early 90s, Waves audio processors have been used in recordings and live shows from almost every major musical artist, in almost every motion picture, television, and popular video games. Our algorithms are used to improve the sound of laptops, cell phones, televisions, and voice communication, enhancing all your media experiences. Waves is also one of the few companies to receive the Technical Grammy Award for Lifetime Achievement in Sound. You can imagine what that means to a company full of musicians and sound engineers. We love what we do, and we're constantly looking for new ways to innovate and push the boundaries of the audio experience. In January 2016, Waves released the first product in the NX family called the NX Virtual Mix Room, a software tool that enables audio engineers to use headphones and hear their recordings and mixes with real-world dimension, just as they would in the sweet spot of a great-sounding professional studio. NX Virtual Mix Room was received by professional audio experts as one of the most revolutionary products in the history of pro audio. Now we need your help to bring NX to the rest of the world. The 3D audio revolution is already upon us, and we want to partner with you to allow anyone with a pair of headphones to enjoy the magic of 3D audio. Your pledges will allow us to expand our development and turn NX from professional software that only sound engineers can use to an application that everyone can use, with every device, every operating system, and every set of headphones. Funds raised through Kickstarter will be used to integrate NX into virtual reality and augmented reality devices that are going to heighten our senses and change the way we hear the world, the way we feel the world, and ultimately, how we experience the world. We invite you to join the 3D audio revolution and help us reach our goal of making the world a better place to listen to.
We are on a mission to unlock the essence of reality in virtual worlds, to enable human integration with technology that is so seamless, all it takes is a glance for your digital environment to react at the speed of thought. We are FOVE, the world's first eye-tracking virtual reality headset.
FOVE is pushing the boundaries of what is possible with virtual reality. We wanted to create the next generation of VR. So we developed the world's most advanced eye-tracking technology and are complementing it with a high-resolution screen and low-latency tracking.
FOVE's infrared cameras track their pupils and register the slightest movements.
Because FOVE knows exactly where the user is looking with imperceptible delay, we can enable a technique called foveated rendering. This allows us to focus the fidelity in the part of vision that matters most, leading to better performance on lower-end hardware than is currently possible.
FOVE enables software to present virtual environments with realistic depth of field, improving immersion and allowing the eyes to relax when viewing objects at varying depths. With eye tracking, we can create a truly natural user interface that is nearly subconscious in action.
The future of storytelling lies with game interactivity. And I ask you, our backers, to support us in building the most expressive content that our technology can enable.
With FOVE, artificial intelligence becomes more responsive and nuanced, reacting to the player's most subtle intentions and providing more realistic interaction.
It enables users to deeply interact with the virtual reality world by translating subtle eye movements into emotional expressions, which can be read and reacted to just like in real life.
But that's just the beginning. FOVE technology enables entirely new forms of expression, communication, and movement. Those with restricted use of their hands can simulate a mouse and keyboard using only their eyes. Users can even control a robot to look around the room and give others instructions. In the I Play the Piano project, FOVE technology enabled a student with muscular dystrophy to lead his school choir in song while playing the piano with just his eyes. FOVE has a profound future. With FOVE, we can fully integrate human expressions into everyday VR.
FOVE is already working. Our team has been demoing the FOVE prototype around the world.
FOVE's amazing. This is a solid HMD, even without the eye tracking. I'm really excited to see that combined with eye tracking and see what we can do with it. This is a huge step forward.
By being an early backer, you will receive an HMD dev kit, early access to our SDK, and technical support. FOVE will empower you to create unprecedented kinds of expressions and interactions. Join us in creating the future of virtual reality.